Hey guys, happy Wednesday. The pigeon and I are back for another read with me. I hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day. We are so excited about our book today because Pigeon and I are going to read one of my favorite books. And our book today is called Duck and Goose. Duck and Goose was written and illustrated by Tad Hills. He's our author, he wrote all the words, and he's our illustrator. He drew all the pictures. Today we are reading another fiction story. It's not real. I can tell it's not real because Duck and Goose don't look like real Duck and Goose. Well, we are reading today. Our special word to watch is snooze. Can you whisper in my ear and tell me what you think snooze means? I heard you guys say that snooze means to take a sleep or a rest, to take a nap. Yeah, that's exactly what snooze means, to sleep, to rest, or to nap. So if you hear our special word snooze, make sure to put your thumbs up. We will also be reading today and we will be doing some predicting. Remember, predicting means guessing what's going to happen next in our story. I'll be listening for your I bets today. Let's get started in our book, Duck and Goose. Oh my! What is that? Duck quacked. That's a silly question, Goose honked. It's a big egg, of course. Of course it's an egg, I know that, huffed Duck. What I mean is, where did it come from? Goose looked skyward. He looked to the river. He looked to the fields. He thought very hard. Who are you? He asked finally. I, said Duck, puffing out his feathered chest, am the one whose egg this is. I saw it first. Goose quickly raised one webbed foot. It's mine. I touched it first. I bet Duck and Goose will fight over this egg because they both think it's theirs. Let's see if I'm right. Hey, you should never put a dirty foot on an egg, Duck scolded. Don't you know anything about caring for eggs? Yes, I do, cried Goose. Stop yelling, Duck yelled, then whispered forcefully, do you know that you and your screaming are very likely disturbing the baby bird who is trying to take a snooze inside this egg? Goose wished that Duck wasn't right. He lowered his head and whispered softly, I'm very sorry. Go back to sleep in there. Did you guys find our word to watch? I did. My, that's quite a beauty you have, called Bluebird from across the river. Thank you, it's mine, quacked Duck. Actually, it's mine, honked Goose. Thank you. So, asked Duck, what do we do now? We should do something, suggested Goose. Yes, you're right. Good thinking, agreed Duck. Like what? Duck and Goose each thought. Duck's egg. This egg is private property. No geese allowed. No honking. $5 fine. If you're a duck, keep walking. No ducks beyond this point. Quiet, please. Absolutely no quacking in this area. Well, we must keep the egg warm until the fuzzy little occupant is ready to come out, said Goose. Excellent idea, exclaimed Duck. He pushed past Goose. Step aside, I shall do just that. But Goose was too quick. I want to know what you guys think is going to happen next. Can you whisper in my ear? I bet. I heard some great predictions. Some of you think that Duck and Goose are going to start fighting. Let's see if your prediction came true. After a flurry of fussing, grunting and groaning, slipping and sliding, honking and quacking, Duck and Goose found themselves back to back. Scoot over, I don't have room, complained Duck. You are much closer to me than I am to you. Stop yelling in my ear, Goose. Shh! Goose hushed, pointing at the round thing beneath him. Yes, 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 we must remember. Quiet, quiet, quiet. We mustn't disturb the little one. So they sat very still and very quiet, waiting. For a long time, they waited. They listened to the crickets chirp and the frogs burp. I'm going to teach this baby bird to quack like a duck, Duck boasted. Well, I'm going to teach it to honk like a goose, Goose honked back. I'm going to teach this baby bird to waddle, Goose added. So am I, Duck said. They heard the pitter-patter of the rain. I'm going to teach this baby bird to swim, Duck said. Me too, Goose said. To pass the time, they sniffed wildflowers in the warm sun and shared breadcrumbs while Goose taught Duck to honk. They watched the sun set in the sky and Duck taught Goose to quack. They counted the stars in the night sky. Let's teach our baby bird to fly, said Goose. Good idea, said Duck. I'm sure our baby will be a fast learner, said Duck. If it takes after you and me, I'm sure you're right, agreed Goose. Together, they waited until... Did you feel that, Duck? Duck nodded. Yes! Did you feel that, Goose? Goose nodded. It's time, Goose, it's time! Duck squawked. Let's stop right here. I want to hear your predictions. What do you think's going to happen next? I bet. I heard such great predictions. Some of you were saying that you bet the egg is going to hatch. Let's see if that's what happens. Quickly, Doug slipped down and started running in circles around the eggs. "What should we do now?" he hollered. I think we should remain calm," Goose yelled back. "Excuse me," a little voice called out. I wonder who that is hiding there. I hope we find out next. Do you know who's hiding there? Duck stopped. In all the exciting confusion, he had failed to notice the bluebird kicking their egg. "Can I play too?" she asked. Oh no, I wonder what will happen next. Do you think they're going to let Bluebird play with them? Let's find out. "Play! This is no time for play!" yelled Duck. "This is no time for games!" yelled Goose. "And what's with the kicking?" I was only trying to get your attention," the little bird said. "Well, you got it," Duck huffed. "False alarm, Goose. Back to work." "Can't you see that we're very busy here?" Goose explained to the bluebird. "This is serious business. This is perhaps the most important moment of our lives." Oh my, I'm sorry," apologized the bluebird. "I had no idea. I just thought that maybe I could play with your ball. It's a really nice one," she added, and then she flew away. Duck and Goose thinks this is an egg, but Bluebird thinks it's a ball. What do you guys think it is? Let's read and find out next. Goose gulped. "Did she say ball?" he whispered to Duck. "You know, I did have my doubts," Duck finally said. "It is a bit squishier than most eggs I've seen." "Yes, and I must say I was somewhat suspicious of those big dots," Goose admitted. "It may not be an egg, but it is lovely," said Duck. "Oh, absolutely," Duck. Goose agreed. "It's a keeper." As the crickets chirped and the frogs burped and the grass swayed in the gentle breeze, Goose quacked and Duck honked, and the ball bounced, rolled, and sometimes even flew. The end. This is one of my favorite stories because Duck and Goose in the beginning were not friends, but as they sit on the egg together and play with the ball, they become best friends. I think it's such a great story about friendship. Today, when this video is over, I'd like you to go draw a picture and write about your best friend. What things do you like to do with your friends? I hope you enjoyed our story today. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.